So, everybody's saying that 2025 will be a year of major transformation, new events, new technology, more conflicts around the world, AI going crazy, pandemics. I needed to investigate all that. I watched a lot of predictions for 2025, and I wanted to bring here the summary of the most relevant information I found. And I wanted to bring a diverse range of fields. So there's opinions from political science analysts, astrologers, spiritualists, psychic mediums. So I wanted to bring all that so we can get prepared on what to expect for next year, since it promises to be either chaotic or eventful. I don't know. Before diving into the predictions, I wanted to say that predictions are probabilities. The way that I understand how predictions work and how reality works is like a quantum computer. I explained that in my video that I talked about spirituality. And I believe that reality is like a quantum computer, and it's always calculating probabilities of us existing in the future based on what we do and what happens in the present. So the predictions are like these trends that anyone can see and observe based on what's going on in the present. So I don't want you to take any predictions as a determination, as certainty. It's just a possibility. Let's say a high percent possibility of an event happening. And we have free will, so we can change the course of things at any point in time. So if there's a high probability of conflicts rising around the world, maybe everybody starts to get more diplomatic, and we will see actually the decrease. So that's the probability, but based on what's happening right now, the prediction is that it increases. Okay, so let's dive into the most relevant predictions for 2025. 1. Wars around the world. According to political science analysts and psychic mediums, there's a big chance of the conflicts that are already happening right now just increasing and getting generalized like a world conflict. And you know what I'm talking about, right? There's a big risk for that. But let's hope that's not gonna happen. In any case, let's get prepared for anything, especially threats about the use of nuclear weapons is a big serious thing that we have to consider as a probability for next year. There's also the fact of the fight for natural resources, the control of strategic areas, and ideological tensions that could help escalating these conflicts. On the other hand, some astrologers predict more efforts on diplomacy to help avoid direct confrontation. But we'll see. I think the scenario right now is more towards conflicts increasing than decreasing, so let's get prepared for a case of a generalized conflict. Advancement of artificial intelligence. I think everybody knows that artificial intelligence is unstoppable and it's growing exponentially. And next year, we're gonna see a lot of that, especially astrologically. We have a moment of Pluto in Aquarius, which talks a lot about advancement of technology. So we can see AI expanding in various fields, especially in the job market. Analysts expect many professions to be replaced and other to be created. So we'll see new professions that we still don't know being created next year. The fact is that we have to be adaptable with AI. There's no denying, there's no fighting against it anymore. It's there, it's here to stay. So we better make peace with it and start using it and learning how to use it if we want to keep our jobs and if we want to be more productive, more effective in a world that everybody's using AI. But we should also expect some implications to be discussed even further, such as privacy, data manipulation, and even the control of decisions by algorithms may be impacted by AI. So we can see social media using AI more effectively to make decisions and control certain things. So I'm really excited to see how AI is going to change our technology in the coming year. 3, and the most exciting one for me, is revelation of extraterrestrial life. There is a big possibility of an official revelation about the existence of extraterrestrial life. If this is news to you, you probably haven't been in tune with the news recently, but that's what everybody's talking about. So the discussion about aliens, UFOs is rising already in the end of 2024, and it's expected to escalate next year with big revelations that could come through scientific discoveries or unexpected events. So be prepared. Just know one thing. Don't be afraid of it. I'm sure this is something I've always knew, because I've always believed we're not alone in this universe. And I think we have to think about it as advancement, not something to be afraid of. And even though astrology doesn't talk directly about it, all of the planetary alignments are saying that this is a year of great discoveries and transformation. 4, climate change and more natural disasters. Climate change will remain one of the greatest global challenges in 2025, according to, I guess, all of the predictions I saw. So natural disasters such as hurricanes, extreme droughts, wildfires, and floods will intensify. Climate change happens, but we don't have the ability to adapt and change in the same rate of the changes. Unfortunately, some regions that are most vulnerable, such as islands and coastal areas, could be severely affected, and a lot of people will be forced to migrate, and things are gonna be lost. And as sad as it is, this is a fact that you don't need to be a psychic or a scientist to know that these things have been increasing, and it will continue to increase because the environmental concerns reach the point that we cannot go back anymore. We cannot reverse what's been done, what's happening. New pandemics. Yeah. Experts, spiritualists, a lot of people is predicting new pandemics emerging in 2025. We could have another wave of global health crisis. And you know how governments are. Sometimes they're not prepared. They don't learn from their mistakes. So we better do our parts. And if we see that coming, you know how 2020 was. And we don't want to go through all the chaos that happened back then. And although I have a specific topic for technology, I wanted to mention that we might have some new diagnostic and monitoring technologies that will be set to be essential for controlling outbreaks. And this could raise some concerns about privacy and surveillance of the population. So, yeah, let's be alert for that and, evaluate what's worth in this situation, what decisions to make. 6. Changes in the global economy. There are some predictions of 2025 being a year of reconfiguration of the global economic landscape. I've seen lots of psychic medium predictions on this reset on the economy, but I don't believe it will be next year. I believe next year will be some effects of, it could be from pandemics, it could be from technology. Well, definitely will be some changes in the financial market, including inflation, income inequality will continue, resource shortages, especially with the climate change. So this is to expect. I don't think it will be like a major thing, although we know that it's gonna be a year of a lot of instability and transformation. And we also have the rise of cryptocurrency and other forms of digital money. So that might just challenge or continue challenging the financial systems. And these economic changes could be related to the rise of the technology in our lives. So a lot of the predictions are related to new technologies that can come, and this is a topic I'm gonna get to that, but it's related to basically most of the topics. So yeah, so the new technology, remote work that will continue to increase, this all can change the job market and consequently the economy. 7 is an interesting one. Changing world leaders. We know that significant changes will happen, and one of these changes is in leadership. Relevant leadership for the world. So psychic mediums, spiritualists are talking about a possible abdication of King Charles, which is gonna pave the way for Prince William to assume the role of monarch in the United Kingdom. So we'll see. He has some health concerns right now, so this is high probability. So I'm in this like, we'll see. This might affect us in a way that I cannot imagine exactly how, but it's something to be expected. And on a broader scale, there could be an election of a new pope anticipated to next year. So we might have a new pope because, the current pope has also some health problems that could be leading this change, this switch for the new year. In astrology, there's Saturn and Pluto suggesting a profound transformation in the structures of global power. So that could mean economy and a change of global leaders is to be expected for the new year. 8, new technologies. I know I talked a lot about new technologies, but honestly, in astrology, that's all I can definitely see for the new year, new technology is coming as a milestone for innovation. Of course, artificial intelligence, I already mentioned, and especially innovations in the healthcare system. We'll see innovation in personalized treatments, rapid diagnostics, and even cures for previously incurable diseases. I have high expectations for the healthcare system, especially in the US. I'm not in the US, but I see the struggles, and with everything that's been happening, with the assassination of that healthcare company CEO, that has a lot to do with Pluto in Aquarius that just started, and it is an indication of a revolution. So a revolution in the healthcare system brought by AI technology. It is a great reflection of what this planetary movement means. And that's what Astrology podcast, Master Fabians, all the astrologers I've seen the predictions from are talking about. So let's hope it's for the good and just improving our healthcare systems. So that was it. To give a summary of the summary, we have wars with a high probability of increasing and becoming more generalized around the world, advancement of artificial intelligence in a lot of fields, especially the job market, revelation of extraterrestrial life, climate change and more natural disasters all around the world, new pandemics, changes in the global economy, new world leaders, and new technologies that can disrupt the financial system, the healthcare system, the job market. Everything we know, it's gonna be like, it's predicting the unpredictable, something that we can never imagine. That's my biggest bet for next year. Huge advancements in technology. Okay, so now we're left with how to navigate all these major transformations in 2025. One thing I'm sure, we are in a moment of significant changes. And these changes will challenge us to adapt and evolve, because this is the whole point. I believe the universe is preparing us for like a new world, a new reality. And changes are undeniable. And you may be thinking, what am I supposed to do if I face such unpredictable, unstable reality? Such an unpredictable and unstable reality. And I think the answer lies in preparation. And I don't talk only about preparation in like physical terms, like knowing what's about to happen, what may happen, and like saving food and these things. That too, but also investing in education and self-awareness, and of course seeking sustainable solutions to help the environment, to help the challenges with resources that we're facing and the natural disasters. It is clear to me, especially looking at the astrological events that are about to come next year and have already started actually, that we're facing a global transformation like we haven't seen in a long time. And as Sterling Psychic Medium and Educação Consciencial, which is this channel about conscious education, the key to thriving will be our ability to transcend fear, unite, and work in harmony with the forces that are shaping our future. If you study our history, you know that changes and transformation on Earth, in our world, is normal and it happens. I would prefer if the changes will come in a form of love rather pain. And I think the universe is always inviting us to evolve and open up and increase our consciousness. And as I mentioned in my video about spirituality, we can achieve self-awareness and more consciousness through spiritual autonomy. We cannot deny and close our eyes to what is expected to be the year of transformation that everybody's talking about. All the analysts, all the spiritualists, the astrologers, everybody's talking about 2025 as being a big year in terms of transformation. So the best thing to do is accept and just try to be optimist. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video too, reality being a quantum computer, if you are contributing to the percentual for the programming to calculate our probabilities for our future, let's hope that is a percentual for a good future, not a bad future. So it starts with yourself. It starts with you as an individual and spreading optimism, consciousness, awareness, preparation, harmony, collaboration with who's around you. So we can all hope for a better 2025. But I'm certain that as hard as these changes can be, I am sure we're gonna come out stronger from that. If you want to check out all the predictions I referenced here in depth, please take a look at the description because I left all the links for the videos here. Bye.